everyone, welcome to my kitchen once again. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are watching from. I hope you are doing okay and staying safe. Thank you so much for all your support. Thank you for the comments. Thank you for subscribing, both the new subscribers and the returning subscribers. May the Lord bless you all. So on today's video, we are going to be cooking stew. We are going to be making beef stew. Anything tomatoes, blended tomatoes and ingredients in Nigeria is stew. So that is what we are going to be making today. You can use it for your rice, you can use it for a dipping, for your plantain, for your yam, for your potatoes. So that is what we are going to be doing today. So these are the ingredients we need for this special stew. We have our tomatoes here, which is the star ingredient. We have tomato puree and we have tomato paste. I'm going to be using all tinned tomatoes, no fresh tomato. And here we have our beef. It's fresh. We are going to season it properly and start cooking it. So we have a red bell pepper, we have a ginger, we have a garlic, we have bay leaf, we have a fresh pepper, our onions for seasoning, salt and bouillon, and for other spices we have curry powder, garlic powder, thyme, nutmeg. So what I'm going to do right now is to season the meat. As I said, I'm going to season it and start cooking it. I'm using just beef, so because this is beef stew, I'm using just beef, no chicken. Now we're going to season the meat and to pour some water. Then I will add the seasoning, salt and the bouillon. I'm going to add the spices. All the spices I'm going to be using. I'm not adding too much. If you want to get the taste of the stew you are cooking, do not add too much spices to it. Add each one a little quantity so that you can taste and perceive each and every one of them, especially ginger and garlic. I'm going to add onions, pepper blend that has the ginger and the fresh garlic. I'm going to mix everything up. To be a delicious beef stew. I promised one of my subscribers that I'm going to make this stew, so this is it. Then we cover the pot and let our beef cook. The onion is washed, so now I'm going to slice it and start sauteing. So this is the only vegetable we are going to add in our stew, because it's tomato stew. We don't want any green vegetable in it. to get our tomatoes ready. We're going to fry the tomatoes, the onions, and get them ready so that as soon as our meat is ready, we will mix everything together. So now I'm heating the oil. We are going to allow it to heat up. Then we'll add the onions. Adding the onions. You may think the oil is too much, but you need the oil to fry the tomatoes properly. What I do is that I use this much oil, then after frying I will remove it because we need it for frying the tomatoes. The main work in the stew is in the tomatoes. How you handle the tomatoes. If you do not fry it very well, the food will eventually taste sour. But if you fry your tomatoes very well, then when you add the broth, everything will be tasting so good. So the main work in the stew, tomato stew, is how you fry your tomatoes. So that is why I'm using this much oil. The tomato paste, it goes in first. It's too concentrated, so we want to fry it properly before adding the tomato puree or sauce or fresh tomato, whichever one you are using. Here in America, I prefer using tomato puree to tomato to fresh tomato. Yes, especially in this kind of stew. I'm going to add some of the bay leaf. I've not added it before. Adding it now. I'm going to let this fry properly before adding the puree and blended red bell peppers. I'm going to cover it to prevent it from splashing. We are checking on our meat. So when I added the fresh pepper, all the spices and herbs and everything, okay, I don't like the raw taste. So that is why whenever I'm cooking stew or meat, I add everything together so that I will not be tasting it. The taste will not be too strong. It's strong when you add it later in your food. So when you do it this way, it tastes better. So the meat is still strong, as you can see. It's a fresh meat, so I'm going to let it cook for a while. Then as it's cooking, we'll continue with frying our onions and getting the tomatoes ready. That is how we cook our stew. Now look at the tomato paste. It's properly fried. So you can see the onions too. Properly fried. I'm going to add the puree. I'm going to add the puree. This is tomato puree and blended it with the red bell pepper together instead of using water. So when I'm making stew, I make enough so that it will last My children likes to eat rice a lot. It's one of their major foods, so I'm always making sure that we have stew in the house. So now that I've added the other tomatoes together, I told you the main work in stew lies how you fry your tomatoes. You are going to lower, you have to lower the heat, or else it will start burning. You will lower it, then cover it to prevent it from splashing. Let it fry. You keep turning, you keep stirring, okay, until it's properly fried. We are checking on the tomatoes. It's frying nicely. You know that your tomatoes is ready when you see the oil surface. When you see the oil start separating from the tomato sauce, then you know it's ready. But we are going to allow it for some time again to properly fry. As I said before, the way you fry your tomatoes will depend on how your stew will turn out to be, whether it will taste good or sour, and we don't want that tangy sourness in it. I reduced the stove because it's popping too much, so I'm going to cover it up again and increase the heat and let it continue to cook until I get what I want. So look at our stew. And the way it's popping, I have to be careful, it's very hot. Yeah? Right now it's ready for the broth. We mix everything. I'm going to add everything together. Then I will taste it and I will season if there is need for that. So as you can see, it's properly fried. You have to fry it for a long time. If not, when you add your broth, it's going to make the soup, the stew up. You are not going to get the taste of anything. It will be sour throughout. Okay, that's why you have to fry your tomato for a long time. Okay, to reduce that sourness. So now time to add the meat. Adding everything together. And I'm going to stir it. We are coming to the end of our video. Please subscribe, share this video, and comment. Please share, okay? Our tomato stew is ready. If you notice, I did not add any more spice or herbs to it. The one I put in the meat is okay. So that is how I make my stew. You need to add some salt and the bouillon. Salt, add some bouillon, stir it again. I don't want it too thick. The consistency I have here is good because you have to taste the broth, okay? If you fry it too much, if it is too thick, it's going to be too greasy, which we don't want. So this consistency is good. As you can see, the oil has reduced, and if it pops up again, because it will, I'm going to reduce it. As I said, I do pour it out, okay? If you have too much oil, you pour it out, but you need oil for frying your tomatoes. It's a simple meal, but it is delicious. I'm going to cover it up again and let it simmer for some minutes. Then we are done for today. Finally, our stew is ready. Our beef stew is very ready, and the whole house is full of its aroma. You can perceive each aroma. You can perceive the garlic, the ginger, the curry. So look at it right here. It's delicious. Now it's ready for plating. We are going to plate our food. I'm going to turn off the stove, then we'll plate our food. So this is the outcome of our cooking today. This is beef stew. It's delicious, packed with flavor. It's simple to make. You can use it for your rice. We use it mostly for our rice, for dipping your potatoes, your yam. You can enjoy it just like this. We are coming to the end of our video today. Please subscribe, share this video, comment. I like reading your comments, and God bless you all.